B4e is about transporting plants, so you need to know about the xylem and the phloem. So the xylem and the phloem are responsible for moving water, which is the xylem, up the plant, and the phloem can transport sugars and other materials around the plant up or down. So the xylem itself has extra reinforcement which helps to support the weight of the plant. And you might have seen that if you did a practical where you looked at celery, and you might have been able to dye it and see some of these xylem tubes as the water pulled the dye up it. In the stem, the xylem and the phloem are arranged in bundles near the edge of the stem, and that's to resist compression and bending forces of the plant. In the root, they're in the centre of the root to withstand some of the stretching forces they might experience. Now you need to know about transpiration. So transpiration is the movement of water from the bottom of the plant up and out of the top. Now it's because of the water loss at the top of the leaf, which should be some of the adaptations that you saw when you did about the leaf earlier in B4. Because of the water being lost from the leaf, it works like a straw, pulling water up through the plant from the soil through the roots. As long as the water is being lost from the top, then that will cause the water to move up and through the plant. And that is because of photosynthesis. Now, the leaf structure you might need to revisit, and how it's designed to reduce transpiration. So there's the stomata, which can open and close in high temperatures, which will allow the water to, in colder temperatures, to open up and to evaporate more, or in hot temperatures to close. It's the same for light. In bright light, transpiration will increase. So the stomata can open wider to let more carbon dioxide in for photosynthesis, or it can close if it needs to prevent water loss. Temperature, transpiration is faster in higher temperatures, so evaporation and diffusion will be faster at higher temperatures. So that means the water will move through the plant quicker. In higher winds, transpiration will be faster, and the reason for that is water vapour is removed quickly by the air movement, speeds up the diffusion of the water vapour and out of the leaf. Humidity is another factor. Transpiration will be slower in humid conditions, which is the same idea as if you are trying to dry clothes and it's not a very dry day. The water is not going to evaporate, so the fusion of water vapour out of the leaf or off the clothes in the example slows down. So if the leaf itself is already surrounded by moist air, then it's not going to lose water as quickly as it should do. So those are some of the factors that affect the rate of transpiration. You might need to, in exam questions for this, be able to interpret data from experiments of transpiration. So have a really close look at the different conditions, and that should give you a big clue about what it's trying to ask you and what it wants you to say.